Hello and welcome to another video. This is Voorhees Retro 81 and I thought we'd have a look at Savage Halloween for this video. As you're about to see, this is a really fun old school style platform game with a horror theme, and without further ado we'll get cracking. And I'm going to play as Dominica because I had a bit of a go at this earlier in the week, and I roughly know how she controls because everybody's got sort of special moves and such like. Oh cool, I didn't realise you could do that. So let's go green, one of my favourite colours. We're just going to have a look at the first stage. I've unlocked the second. After quite a fair bit of continuing, this game can get quite difficult. Certainly got a bit of the old NES Master System difficulty going on at times, but in a fun way. Oh, that is really green. Damn Halloween bastard blew up my ride. So as you can see at the bottom, under the health bar, there's lots and lots of different guns that you can pick up during this game. I try not to be too boring with that, but for ammo preservation purposes, unless I'm in a situation where I need one of the other guns, I'm mostly using this one at the moment. It seems to be sensible. And I'm quite a fan of the difficulty curve on this game is decent. A lot of the time when you see these retro games, they kind of assume that everything that was ever made that was retro was ridiculously hard, which isn't always an unfair assumption, I have to be honest. But it gets a bit galling sometimes when you're playing games and... Oh, come on. Thank you. I'm playing this on joypad, and I will say that the joypad controls can be a little... they're very responsive, but the layout is... the layout, I wouldn't say it's off, but it's a bit... I did that last time I played this bit. That set of jumps I found a bit tricky. I'm still finding it a bit tricky, apparently. So we'll have a look at this one. This is kind of like your Contra spread shot, and I'm going to keep hold of it because it comes in really handy when you get to a later level, which I don't know if we'll have time to look at. But when you get to a certain point on this stage, it turns into a scrolling shooter, which is pretty cool. Paying a bit more attention and flapping my gums a bit less. One thing that's cool with this character is she can fly, which came in really handy when I was playing earlier, so I thought why not play her again, basically give myself the full set of traversal options. And these frogs are pretty cool. You just fire out a massive frog and it does fat damage to things, bounces off stuff. The weapon system is really cool actually in this. It kind of reminds me of Turrican a bit, you know, having all the different kinds of guns and such like. And that'll give you, how do you... Oh, you press B to fire that, so... Mine does that. It's not that powerful though, so... I don't know whether they're more handy with the other guys. I mean, there's a lot of game with this, so I would imagine we'd just be looking at the Duck Woman. This character. Okay. Let's go back to the frog. A frog in your face! I mean, the downside of this is it's very slow firing, and eventually the frog's just at it. But yeah, I mean, I suppose if I was forced to describe this in terms of other games, it's kind of like, it's a bit like a cross between the sort of pre-RPG Castlevanias style gameplay with Contra. I mean, this is the kind of point where the game does get quite tricky. It's quite straight. The shooting is quite straightforward, but some of the timed platforming is quite difficult. I found. I mean, I probably find that in part because I'm not very good at platformers in general. I seem to be acquitting myself relatively well, but yeah, this was the bit like when I was playing this earlier. I was kind of like, I didn't really understand how you're supposed to do this section without getting hit. And it's not the end of the world getting hit here, but. Those just seem set up in a way where you can't avoid taking a hit there. That's that gun. So I feel like this gun's a bit of limited use really, because if those ghosts hit things, they're gone. So it's not like they stay around. When I first saw that, I thought, oh, it's going to be like the boomerang in Castlevania, but not really. So how long have we been going? Oh, we've had about 8 minutes so far. So I think I'll play the rest of this stage, this round, and then we'll call it after that. Oof! I nearly fell off the edge there. That would have been good for my health. I could have done with that health. So we'll just play a bit of this to show you it. And I find it's quite helpful here to use the directional lock, so you can just play it like a regular 2D shooter. Otherwise, it gets really frenetic later. This shooting section. I found that it was generally best to just sort of hover in the middle of the screen. Oof! How dare you. So I think this is probably as good a point to stop as any, because this shooting section goes on an abnormally long time. I do quite like the shooting section, but it does definitely go on a bit. So I think I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and peace out.